talk about one other company which has been doing very well, at least as far as its share price is concerned. We have Garden Reach Shipbuilders, which is among the most value-creating listings in recent times, and the counter has gained nearly 95% this year. Let's get a check on all that's working at the state-run shipbuilding company with its CFO, Sarvjit Singh Dogra. Mr. Dogra, good afternoon, and thanks for taking the time out. Mr. Dogra, the question, the first question, at least from my end is, and from my understanding is that, Garden Reach currently has a very large order, and this is the largest, one of the largest orders is building of 3 frigates. And if you please correct me if I'm wrong, the work on 1 frigate has already begun, and the second one is due in some time. Can you give us an idea about how revenues can start generating, and through what time frame will they start coming in?
This particular order, which is called Project 17 Alpha, we have 3 ships order on hand, and this order value total is 19,000 crore. This project execution have already started, and we have started getting revenues out of this order, this project. So it will be, this project is having say delivery period starting from August 2023, and at a 1-year interval, it will last ship will go in August 2025. So you can make out this revenue will be coming within this period of the project timelines.
Okay, and Mr. Dogra, the revenues, are they lumpy, as in will there be relatively less revenues earlier on, and then will these revenues start rising based on every frigate, or do you think that it will be on a constant basis as in when the work starts and a little more of the revenue starts coming in through?
Okay, looking at the nature of this, our shipbuilding, warship building industry or process, revenue coming, maybe there is one peak time when the revenue will be coming more, when the higher value equipment are getting booked or going to the ship, then the revenue will be more. But usually it remains steady, except a peak coming during the mid of that project execution, then started coming down when the later stage is only the trials and this technical trials are left, so where the revenue is less. But in this project, since 3 projects will be going on concurrently on, so revenue inflow will be mostly reasonable levels. There don't be much variation in the revenue actually.
Mr. Dogra, let's talk about then what one can expect for this fiscal. Tell us about your order book. Where does it currently stand, and have you bid for more orders? Are you expecting something more to come by?
As I told, currently we are having executing 6 orders from our customer, mainly Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard. As on 30th June, our order book position stands at 27,800 crore, where the delivery will be happening in the period of 5 to 7 years now. Old orders which we are having with us will be executed mostly in the next 1 year, majority in the current fiscal by end of 31st March 20. Except 1 ship we may go to the next year, but we have plans to execute around 7 ships deliveries during this financial year.
Just to get a better sense with regard to numbers, and you said your current order book stands at 27,800. How much of this is under execution right now?
All are under execution.
All are under execution.
All under execution at different stages, except 2 new orders which are in form of survey vessel Lars from Indian Navy for construction of 4 ships, where the order book value is 2,400 crore plus, and second is shallow water craft for 8 ships, where the order book position is more than 6,300 crore. These are the initial stages actually. They are picking up. We are completing the design-related formalities and putting orders for equipment and related materials. They are in the initial stage. Other projects are have picked up nicely. 3 projects are at the final stages. 17 Alpha project, which I told have 3 ships. they are at a reasonable stage. We have design maturity is happening, and the revenue has already started coming in to the shipyard.
Right, Mr. Dogra, can you tell us whether or not the company has any debt, on whether or not there is a possibility for, in order to perhaps keep working capital at certain levels, that you will need to raise any short-term debt over the course of the next 5 years?
I'm happy to announce as a CFO that we are a zero debt company. Our treasury management is really excellent. We don't resort to the borrowing or taking even funding for the working capital. We manage with the internal accruals without resorting to any outside financing. Okay. So we don't have any plans for any financing from outside as of now.
That's great, sir. But what do you plan to do with the cash that is sitting on the books right now of 2,000 crore?
Yeah, this cash is basically the stage payments which we have got on the ongoing projects, including 2 new projects, and it has some component which is our internal accruals. So this we will use, keep with us for some time till the payment to the suppliers whom we have placed the order for these projects. Deliveries start coming and payment is becoming due actually.
Sure. Before we thank you, Mr. Dogra, just want to know what's the tax bracket after the corporate tax rate cut? What sort of tax savings are you looking at?
Our average rate earlier was 34, around 34.9. Now we will be coming in the bracket of 25.17. So we will be having good savings with this reduction from 34 to 25. Plus some savings we are expecting due to the deferred tax liabilities also that we have not bugged out. We will get some savings there also.
And what do you plan to do with these savings? Do you invest back into the business, or what do you do with it?
Can you repeat, please?
What do you plan to do with the tax savings? Do you plow it back into your business, or do you plan to reward your shareholders?
We have some capex program in the company. So these savings, whatever is there, we will utilize for funding those capex, and we don't allow the funds to sit idle. We do put to some better use, either getting a good return or putting in the capex or in the production process actually.